Look, I like you. It's written in the air by this aeroplane and this handwritten scroll that I have made from my blood. I know you like me, let's date and go out on Saturday. You know what, buddy? I don't think I like you as much as I thought I did. Use an attractive body language. Here at Joyanima, we want to make everything relationship-wise a lot easier for you. So instead of you just coming out to someone and saying, hey, I like you, let's build it up in stages so that when you do finally physically tell her, you don't feel as anxious and it's not as unexpected. So the best way is to warm her up to the idea that you already like her by using your positive, suggestive body language. So this means you want to be keeping her engaged with that open body language. So turn your torso towards her when you are talking, maintain that direct eye contact, and try not to cross your arms or your legs when you are talking. So these types of body languages can actually give her enough food for thought to think, he does like me. Number 2, build some flirty attention with touch. You obviously want to be testing the waters. If you know for sure that she likes you before you actually drop the I like you bomb on her, a great way is to take that conversation and ramp it up with some sexual energy with the power of touch. And by entering into her personal space, if she feels the same about you obviously, then things will be great. Or she might actually pull away if she's not interested. But if she does lean in closer towards you and even gives that same dynamic version of touch back, well, it's guaranteed that she likes you. Some ideas you can use to warm her up is that gentle touch on her knee, on her back, and on her arms. And a great way to do this is just to slip it into a conversation. If you want to ask a question, you place a hand on her shoulder like this and say, hey, blah, 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 blah. Therefore, it looks like you were just doing this to get her attention. Or if she makes you laugh, you can tap her on the arm and tell her how funny she is. The power of touch allows you into that doorway of desire, and it really helps a woman to understand that you do like her. So here is a powerful thing about women. Well, it's kind of sad, but we are aware of how aggressive some guys can actually be if we have to turn them down. So because we are aware of this, we are very mindful of how guys are acting around us. So we are very careful to make sure we don't lead them on. So we know pretty much instantaneously if a guy around us is actually flirting. But this benefits you because when she realizes that you are building that flirty attention, she has that moment to either shut it down because she's not interested, or she will ramp up the flirting herself to definitely let you know that you have a chance with her. Introduce the topic slowly. So instead of just diving straight in and confessing your feelings for her, which will create a lot of awkward tension. Instead, you can introduce the topics of dating and relationships. And a very easy way to do this is just to ask her what she's looking for in a long-term partner, or do it in a jokey way, whatever works for you. Or you could ask her what some major red flags are in the relationship. So the beauty of introducing this topic means that when you do turn around and tell her that you like her, she won't be hearing it off guard. She's a lot more prepared. Tell her indirectly. So the 3 previous steps that I just gave you is if you want to go all out for the kill and literally physically tell her that you like her, but you don't always have to use the words to say I like you. Remember, human beings, we are very emotional creatures, so we can always pick up on those emotional connections, which basically means that if you two do have a connection, she already knows that she likes you. So instead of using that cringy sentence, just asking her out on a date, you don't even have to say anywhere near the date word. You can just say something as simple as, hey, do you want to go to this restaurant on Saturday? And she will know what that means. Or, do you want to hang out at a games arcade? Or do you want to play some PlayStation games with me? So by indirectly saying this, she knows that you like her and that you've asked her out without saying those magical words. Spend time with her. Remember when I told you that women are very careful to not actually lead guys on? Well, let's say that you are trying to avoid the direct statement of telling her that you like her. So instead, you can offer your time in an exchanging of this sentence. So it could be that you guys spend more time after lectures copying up notes off the board, or you go to her desk more often during the work hours, or you play games online together in a private hobby. By spending time with her, it becomes very obvious to her that you like her, and obviously if she doesn't like you back, she's going to shut that quality time down. Do small favours for her. Now, don't overdo this, because if you aren't quite sure if she likes you back, then you can fall into the pit of being friend-zoned. But offering to do small things for her will make her feel special, and she will definitely know that you are interested. It could just be offering to make her a hot drink as you walk past her desk in the office. It could be offering to pick up her lunch for her because she's busy working on some project. It could even be just walking her through the lecture notes from class that she doesn't understand, or even helping her redecorate her living room. The possibilities here really are endless, and they will obviously be unique to your individual situation. But the reason that you are trying to offer her small favours is so she understands how thoughtful you are, and she's going to know that not everyone is happy to do a house move for someone. So if you are offering to move some boxes, she's going to think, he's definitely interested in me. Let's talk about being direct and just telling her. So if you, bud, want to go in for that confident option, then you are positive that she likes you back, of course, then you can just come out with the, I really like you and I would love to date you. What do you think? Or you can just directly say, I would love to take you out to your favourite restaurant. When are you free? Regardless of how you do it, let's make sure you get the timing right, because sometimes you can be so overwhelmed with your feelings for her and you are so desperate to tell her that you're feeling the way you do that you're not actually aware of the current timing. For example, if she's going through a very stressful personal situation and you call her up to tell her that you like her, well, you're not going to get the best version of her and she's probably not going to respond very well. So the best time to tell her that you like her is at the beginning, or preferably, I would probably go for this one, towards the end of an activity that you guys are doing together. Because that way, it gives you both time to think about what has been said, and if things, aren't received very well, you can part ways pretty easy. Okay, the biggest thing is to be prepared for the next step. So let's imagine you've just told her you like her and she turns around and she says, I like you too. Have you actually thought about the next steps here? Are you actually ready to have a relationship? And do you want to take her out on a date? So you really need to think about what she will possibly do after you say that you like her. So we've talked about good positive things. Let's talk about the things you shouldn't do. Do not tell her in these ways. So the advice I'm about to give you is something that you would see these options in a movie. It's cringy and it's unrealistic, but there are really no rules here. So if you want to do something like this, then you can do, but just be warned that she might find it a little bit strange. And some of the things you should not do is to randomly send her flowers. Don't write her a love note. Do not tell her that you like her at her workplace. Do not tell her in front of her friends or workmates or her family. Don't chase her down in the airport like you see on movies. Don't throw rocks at her window or stand there with a boombox. Don't write it in the air with an aeroplane. Do not tell her when you or her are drunk, and don't tell her friends to tell you that you like her. Now I know, you're probably asking me why I just told you all of these things, and the reason is, well, take it from a girl. They're very generic, they're very boring, they're very cringy ways of doing so. So just because you know she likes you and you like her doesn't mean that it excuses any creepy behaviour. So you've got to remember that women are attracted to driven, confident people. So if you happen to do any of the things I've told you not to do, you actually eradicate any of that good energy and vibe that you've already created. And the last thing you want to do is have that confidence. You know that she likes you. You say, look, I like you. It's written in the air by this aeroplane and this handwritten scroll that I have made from my blood. I know you like me. Let's date and go out on Saturday. You know what, buddy? I don't think I like you as much as I thought I did. We have reached the end of the video, and I really hope you have enjoyed what you watched today. If you did, let me know down in the comments. If you didn't, also let me know. I guess that's okay. Until the next time, click on these images around my head because there'll be some more videos that you can binge. And I will see you in the next video. My name is Anna, and you have been amazing. Like and subscribe. Bye bye.